This episode is sponsored in part by Lucky Duck Games. They have a new expansion to Destinies called Witchwood. We'll talk about that more in our crowdfunding segment. Thank you for joining me here at Tantrum House Studio D. I was actually just looking at my list for board games launching on crowdfunding the second half of October, and there are like 18 games on this list. Maybe even 19, depending on when another one launches. But we've got Kickstarter, Gamefound, and Backerkit. We'll talk about those now. Games launching on crowdfunding the second half of October 2023. Or 2022, because we're not in 2023 yet. These first few launch on October 18th. Chip Theory Games launches 20 strong on Gamefound. This is a new deck-based game system. The object of the game is to progress through a shuffled deck of cards. City of Games launches Race to the Raft, a game for 1 to 4 players, takes about 40 to 60 minutes to play. You're guiding cats across the burning Isle of Cats and get them to safety to the raft. It's a cooperative, path-building, tile placement, social puzzle game. Lucky Duck Games launches Destinies Witchwood, an expansion for Destinies. It plays 1 to 3 players, takes about 90 to 150 minutes to play. It's a competitive story-driven game. It has that app mixing with the board game in it. This world is filled with folklore-inspired characters, monsters, and adventures. If you're not familiar with how Destinies works, players will be making decisions in the scenario that can drastically change the world the characters find themselves in and can impact later scenarios. That will be coming to Gamefound. Also coming to Gamefound is Barbarian Kingdoms by Jester. This is for 3 to 6 players, takes about 30 to 90 minutes to play. You're competing for supremacy over Western Europe. On Kickstarter, you'll see a second printing of Oathsworn into the Deepwood from Shadowborn Games. This game's for 1 to 4 players, takes about 30 to 90 minutes to play. It's a grand 1 to 4 player dark fantasy board game, has an epic story. This has brand new mechanics and giant monsters. It has a push your luck combat system of exploding dice where players are always having to decide between hitting harder or potentially missing the attack. This, coupled with the Euro-style cooldown system called Battleflow, makes for a vibrant and engaging play session. PKB Games launches Trench Club Legacy. This re-implements Trench Club. It's for 1 to 5 players, takes about 60 to 240 minutes to play. You're creating your own alternative history World War I with detailed miniatures, command your tanks and troops through battles, develop new technology, and make history with the standalone Legacy campaign. North Star Game Studio launches an expansion for Oceans called Legends of the Deep. It's for 2 to 4 players, takes about 60 to 90 minutes to play. This brings cultural legends, high fantasy, and mythologies from around the globe. Journey from the known world into the unknown, where you discover powerful traits that hardly seem possible in the realm of biology. We'll discover things beyond the world of science. During your play phase, you'll be able to play 1 legend card in addition to your normal card play. Legends are going to have game-changing abilities with global effects. On Gamefound, Pendragon Game Studio launches Escape from New York. This is for 1 to 4 players. You're going to find the president, then escape from the prison that is New York. Greater Than Games launches an expansion to Spirit Island called Nature Incarnate. This will be on Backerkit. New spirits, new aspects, new threats, and new powers to defend your island. Wolf Designer Games launches Trick Shot, a second edition. It's for 2 to 4 players, takes about 30 to 60 minutes to play. On October 20th, Ape Games launches Pampero. This is for 1 to 4 players, takes about 60 to 150 minutes to play. Build wind farms, then expand and improve your grid to master the energy market. Also on October 20th, Terrible Games launches Black Mold. This is a co-op game with a survival horror theme. These next few launch on October 25th. BFF Games launches Hidden Leaders Forgotten Legends. This expansion includes 3 modules in this unusual deduction game. Smirk and Laughter launches Tesseract. This is for 1 to 4 players, takes about 60 to 90 minutes to play. This is a co-op dice manipulation game. The focal point of this game is in a block of 64 dice, the Tesseract, which sits at the center of the table on a raised platform. Players are going to be removing dice to place in their individual labs, transfer them as needed to others, adjusting the cube's values, and importantly, isolate the cubes into the containment matrix, neutralizing them. The tension mounts quickly as the Tesseract sheds cubes at the end of every player's turn, primes and potentially causes breaches to occur, bringing us closer to disaster. Horrible Guild launches the Queen's Dilemma. This re-implements the King's Dilemma. Leaders join in council to vote on the kingdom's issues, but with hidden motives. On Gamefound, V Games launches Artisans. For 2 to 4 players, takes about 30 to 45 minutes to play. Develop your skills and craft gorgeous art objects in this fast-paced card game. On Kickstarter, we'll see Masterminds Heist Society. For 2 to 5 players, takes about 30 to 90 minutes to play. You are a shot caller assembling a team of operatives to take down the toughest modern-day heists. In this game, it aims to recreate the tension and thrill of planning and executing high-stakes heists, with cards and actions inspired by famous movies. You and your fellow players take on the role of masterminds, combining drafting, dice rolling, and strategic press-your-luck style of mission completion. Masterminds Heist Society will test your risk-reward intuition as you play. Paper Fork Games launches Cosmoctopus. For 1 to 4 players, takes about 60 to 90 minutes to play. Earn tentacles to prove your devotion to the cutest cephalopod in the cosmos. And I believe on Gamefound, Crafty Games will be launching Tabriz. This is the next game from the award-winning designer of Cascadia. In the game, you're moving meeples and carefully planning quick actions in a bustling Persian bazaar. Well, like I said, quite a few board games launching this second half of October. I'm sure a lot of companies are trying to get it in before the holidays hit. We'll be doing some videos for some of them, like the Oceans expansion, Legends of the Deep, and Tesseract. And probably a few more. You can check those out on our channel, as well as regular videos and viewpoints and Saturday morning board game show, things like that. Well, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments games that you're interested in that will be launching soon. And we'd love for you to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already done so.